Hey guys, welcome back to BJ's Retro Rewind week video shoot. My name is Barry, and with me always, my Jules Winfield to my Vincent Vega, my Frodo to my Samwise Gamgee, my Wayne to my Garth. Mr. Jake, how you doing? Matt, you cut your mic out. Mic went out. There it is.
Hey, everybody, guys, girls. This is the Fuck Show. Welcome to Fuck Up Everything Fucking Up Tonight show.
Oh,
Hey,
my
guys,
God.
girls, they, them, whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
We're, you know, we're we don't
Humans,
discriminate. We don't discriminate.
human race.
The
Welcome to
human
the human-
race. Yeah.
Welcome to the big show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, to our Wednesday podcast, video podcast. So,
Take two.
take two. Yeah. Yeah. We had a little bit of a audio hiccup there. We couldn't figure out why he couldn't hear me. So, but we're back. So, that was your day.
Take two because we filmed an entire hour
Oh,
plus
yeah.
episode and it got shit tanned.
Yes.
Because of lag and freeze and whatever
Yeah, it
else
was
Barry
bad.
saw because he edits the videos.
Yeah. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So, it was, it looked like a video from like 1997. It was bad, dude.
Welcome. My name
yeah.
is Max Headroom.
Yeah, it's what
Look
it looked
up,
like.
kids.
Yeah, it looked like a Max Headroom video is what it looked like. So, so how was your day, man?
Shit. How was yours?
Shit.
All right. It's
Oh,
hump day my
man.
ass. One day
Yeah.
I'll hump on hump day and I'll
Yeah.
actually go, all right. So this is what they were talking about. I only lived
Uh-huh.
50 years to not find out what the fuck hump day is. Ain't nobody humping. All right, there are
Not
people
all
humping
what it's
somewhere out
cracked
there.
up to be.
There's
That's
people
for
humping
sure.
out there. Just ain't ever me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. L.A. night. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
how was the weather over there? Is it shitty?
It looked like it was going to crap out, but it didn't.
It's been raining on and off, storming, a couple of hurricanes, a couple of tornadoes. Just wrath
Fucking
of
Annie
God
M,
shit. Real wrath of
fucking
God shit.
Scarecrow and shit.
Yeah.
Twister. Everybody was there. Whole
Yeah.
fucking crew.
Yeah.
Hurricane Heist. They drove through. It's all this a shit show.
Right behind the
Sharknadoes.
Fast and Furious guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast
So
and fucking ended already. God damn it.
yeah, Fast and Furious 27. So
They're like, oh man, we love milking this shit. We were just
Yeah.
gonna do 11, but now we're gonna do 13. Like, get the fuck out. And then Michelle Rodriguez going like, how many Marvel movies can they make? I mean, come on, guys. Like, did somebody give her something? Is she on dope? Like, she doesn't
Dude.
realize that she's in a 10th of a fucking franchise that doesn't want to
see,
end. They want to keep going.
That's the thing.
We got 3 more episodes. The fuck? What world are you in?
That's
I
the
guess
thing,
when you get
though.
a mic shoved in your
I mean,
face, maybe who the fuck knows? You go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, you've got probably that group that are Fast and Furious fans, and they'll keep pumping them out, and they'll keep going and seeing them. Just like with us, they keep pumping out Star Wars stuff. I'm gonna keep going to see it, man. I don't care. What you eating? I'll let you finish. I'll let you.
Chicken and spinach, nothing fancy,
Ooh.
just something to fill me up. So Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Spinach,
doing a 36-hour thing.
Oh, you're doing the fast thing.
Yeah, I'm doing like now.
Yeah.
I've upped the game to 36 hours now.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of people are doing it.
How's that working for you?
It's a challenge.
Yeah, I would say so.
Midday stress. I'm just like, and then even if you watch, what's up?
Oh, it was that thing on the top that was like, please stop recording and let the people know that you're recording. Then I'm like, shut up. And it blocks out the top part of my phone and I can't see.
Mine just has a white circle with a red dot says Barry is recording the call. So obviously I fucking know I'm being recorded.
Yeah.
Gotta put the mic down.
So,
Cover on this
so
thing.
what kind of spinach did you use? Like in out of a can, or
Walmart.
was it like fresh?
Frozen Walmart, steam in a bag.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Steam a bag. I steam about 2 bags and put them in a little container. And then I use that for I make like an omelet in the morning. Like with chicken. Also with chicken, lots of fucking chicken and
Lots of
veggies as it is.
chicken.
Chicken and peppers and
I
onions. I just
feel
started
like
putting that in my
chicken
mix.
tonight.
So chicken, spinach, eggs, and yeah, that shit's like a fucking it's a sink. It's like a kitchen sink. Yeah.
Yeah. Chicken and
So
future birds in there, huh? So
yeah, about
that's what I
a
call
couple
eggs,
eggs.
future birds.
Protein. You gotta eat lots of protein, bro.
You know what I call root beer?
Beer,
Super water.
super water. Excuse me, sir. This tea bag is pissing in my water, my hot water.
Oh
I
man.
was just watching this guy before we got on who was talking about the top 10 drinks that are you need to stop drinking immediately. And I haven't gotten to the one I'm guaranteed is top number 1, which is I'm sure soda.
Yeah.
This guy was like taking the just complete everyone number 7 chocolate milk. I'm like, you motherfucker. Why don't you just kill me? Why don't you just take every bit of joy? Why don't we drink water and chew on fucking sticks? I mean, fuck it. We're only here for so long. Can't we just enjoy something?
I
The
know,
fuck
man.
do you drink? God damn.
I know.
What else were they talking
God,
about?
I can't stand that, man.
And then he went off on a tinge about sugar and shit, and he was throwing in all the other stuff, like all the stuff, honey, agave, sugar. It's all bad. Like, well, how
It's
come
all
it's here?
bad.
It's all bad. How come it's here then, buddy?
Yeah.
So that God can go, hey man, because I don't remember hearing anything in the Bible about don't eat the high fructose corn syrup. Stay away from sugar. I don't know about the dietary needs. Maybe you can enlighten me more about on the Hasidic side. I know that pork is a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Until honestly, seriously, and I grew up in a town. My mom even still says that there's still a high
Suicide rate.
high Hasidic presence
Community.
in my hometown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because they own a lot of the property too. I don't know if all of it's them living on it, but yeah, anyway. And I just, I grew up with kids.
New Jersey, right?
Yeah, New Jersey.
Well, it used to be called New
Jersey. Juicy. Oh my God. It's so juicy.
It's so juicy. Yeah.
We could start doing that chant when you come in, like they do with the comedian. They go, Jew, Jew,
Jew,
Jew.
Jew.
he loves it.
I was gonna
Ari
say
Shaffir.
I was gonna say that when you were talking about cutting out the foods and stuff like that. It says that in the well, I know in the New Testament, but also in the Old Testament there was a part in honey was a dietary staple for them.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to us? Why did we become such fucking pussies? Let me rephrase that. When did our bodies become so fucking flawed? Because pussies are pretty tough, man. They got to push a baby out. Well, it's a wrong terminology. When did we become balls?
Yeah.
Those are sensitive. When did we become so fucking sensitive to sugar? Oh, sugar. It's like Sam Kinison once said, when you get old, you can't have. He goes, I can't have salt. He goes, salt is kicking your ass. Just get in the fucking grave.
Yeah.
Just give it up when you can't have anything. Like fuck it.
You said that reminded me of my grandpa. He had super testicle sensitivity. They used to call him old cotton balls.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
The wind would blow hard. And he'd be like, "Ow,
how you hanging, Grandpa?" Everywhere, all low and hanging. Yes. I can't wear pants; they scratch my balls up. Hurts me right up in my fucking belly.
Pills.
No, what I was gonna say. Yeah. No, what I was going to say was about the whole meat and cheese. I until Hebrew Hammer, never heard that as a thing. You can't eat meat and cheese. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Dairy and I was like, why would that be a thing in the Bible? I mean maybe
it's because
maybe because of the times.
Well, I can tell you exactly where it came from. It said there's a passage in the Torah when it's talking about the dietary
is any of this, by the
stipulations.
way, just a real quick, do you know,
Yeah.
maybe you don't, is any of that in the, like the other Bibles?
The New Testament?
Yeah, say the New
No.
Testament.
No.
So they just decided, fuck that shit. We're going to eat what we want. I love how the Bible has the thing. This always blew my mind. In the beginning of the Bible, and every Bible has kept it. It says, you know, I'm not going to quote it because I'm fucking not like that good at it. But when I read or hear people say in the beginning of the Bible, it literally says of God's first decree, no one should change a word of this who's not be damned or something like that. Meaning like you can't just go in there and edit the Bible. It should remain the way it was as God intended. But it's so funny because if you know, I guarantee the Catholic or the Catholic Bible is different than the Protestant and I'm assuming there's because people will say, well, we don't have that and I was like, it's not a buffet, man. It's not a buffet. You don't get to pick and choose. The Bible's supposed to be one fucking thing. And these guys went in, we don't like this, we don't like that. We're taking the dietary shit out. What? Why? What would that be a problem? Because we want to eat pork. Okay.
To go back to what you're
why
talking
it's
about,
in there. Yeah. You were saying why it was in there.
Well, there's a passage in the Torah when it's talking about that, and it says that you're not supposed to boil the kid in his mother's milk when he's talking about the goat. So that they took that as you're not supposed to have meat and dairy together. And it was basically just and it's all up to interpretation. But
which is so hard.
Yeah. We never followed growing up. Like I said,
that came to you later. Yeah.
It came to me later in life when my mom found out that she was Jewish. And then we started following that line. We never went hardcore into that because I was still having cheeseburgers. Now we cut the pork out. We kept kosher. And you've been to my house. You've ate at my house a few times.
I don't remember having any burgers. Well, your house, maybe. I don't know about your mom. I did have some food. I think when you lived with your mom and your first wife and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. But we kept kosher. And if you look at it, there's actually, which is kind of really fucked up if you think about it. But Christianity gets off with so much, and they get away with so much shit. And nothing against Christians. I have a lot of Christian friends, and God bless them if that's what you want to do, and it makes you
Christian, Catholic. I mean, I don't care. I'm part of.
But
I'm part of that.
Do you know how many laws you have to follow to be a Hebrew? 613.
Yeah.
613. People wonder why I'm so uptight all the time.
Or anyone Jewish.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty sure Seinfeld make a joke about how that's why we're fucking neurotic and yada.
So when I finally broke away from that and started exploring other things, and when I met my wife, and and now, you know, it's that's thing that me and my mom don't see eye to eye on, because she still follows it hardcore.
Yeah. I love pork. He's like, I love pork. I rub it on my balls. Yeah. It's so good.
I love pork, man. Love it. But she asked me one day,
shrimp.
Like, so she says you don't follow the Hebraic path anymore. And I said, no, not really. And she said, well, what do you believe in? And I was like, I'm pretty much an agnostic.
Here and now.
Yeah.
Here and now, because that's all we have. Just, you know what they say, yesterday is history and tomorrow's a mystery. And if we want to quote the Rocky, there is no tomorrow, as Apollo Creed once said.
Yep.
Probably, they're really, I mean, if you think about it, you don't know. I should get up every morning and thank God that I wake up. I mean, sometimes I have in the past. I used to journal a little bit more than I do. I've stopped. Just most of the time I'm up fucking in the middle of the night fighting demons. Not getting any sleep, and then I'm waking up like, as extremely close to the moment I need to be like getting into work. And I'm still like, oh my fucking God. Taking a cold shower.
Did you have to start your training today?
Oh, that was yesterday.
Oh, that was yesterday. Okay.
It was yesterday and today.
Oh shit. How'd that go? Fun?
Yeah, I should have fucking just told him I was leaving at 6 both days like I was going to do, but I just fucking stuck it out and said, fuck it. But I'm gonna really tell my man again. I sent a message to my manager on Sunday or Monday when I found out about it. He came in yesterday and yesterday and today he worked, not a fucking peep. Like, why the fuck? I didn't say fuck, but I said, why couldn't they tell me this more in advance, 2 weeks in advance? He's probably going to say the same thing he always says to me. Oh, I didn't find out about it till Saturday. I'm like, that's not a way to run a fucking business.
Yeah.
It's not a way to run a business.
Yeah.
I found, they're like, oh, well, they sent it to you Thursday. Yes, they did. You're right. They did. Do you know when I left work on Thursday? When? 6. Do you know when the email came in about the training? Almost 8 o'clock. Whose fault is that? I'm supposed to be, they'll probably say, it's your responsibility. No. If I'm off the clock and you guys like to post, they posted again today. They post this quite often. You got to make sure you're clocked in and on the clock to get paid. And we don't want you doing any work off the clock because it's a law. You're supposed to get paid. I'm like, well, it's funny because when I clock into the thing that I think should, the first thing I can get immediately, because I can't talk on the phone. I can't do the phone thing before I do the other thing. But if I'm on time on one and the other one, I'm like a minute late, you dock me for the minute of turning the thing on to start taking phone calls, not when I actually logged in, unless I have to file a report, which it just seems like they would check both records and say, oh, well, God forbid these people that get paid more than me do something other than just go, well, he was late. Fuck him. Mark him as late.
Yeah.
Which is me going off on a tangent, not remembering what the fuck I actually was talking about before I said that.
We were talking about your training,
emails, and getting the emails and being off work, and it's like I took off Saturday or Sunday, excuse me, for Father's Day. Not really specifically because it was Father's Day, but kind of only because I just didn't want fuckers reminding me of that. Going, oh yeah. You got to work Father's Day. Fuck you. Yeah, because you calling. Hello. I hate people who want to don't say shit to me. Don't ever, anybody out there, if you're going to call and just, not give a shit about the customer service people you're talking to, even if they're in another country, fuck that. Just, understand it. All day long, that's all they do is they're fucking human punching bags. You have to sit there and smile and eat your shit, which is the only good part about the training was we got to listen to a phone call where an agent just went off on the customer. And that was their example to me of a horrible phone call from the agent. I sat there, I'm obviously too far gone to where I was like, no, that was what the customer deserved. Fuck them. And I was like, better not say that. Better not say that in the meeting because they might go, what? I was like, well, the bitch fucking pulled out the customer's always right. Oh my, I said, man, these motherfuckers, get over it. That shit died in the 60s, maybe the 70s. It doesn't float. It's not. Businesses don't give a shit about you. They will only let you get so far away with shit. And then they'll pull the plug. People are pissed now because everybody's upping the price. What?
No, I have a story to go coincide with that.
Real I think quick, but everybody's pissed off about.
You'll get a kick.
I bet I will. But everybody's pissed off about, fucking, what's this with the charges? They didn't used to charge. You don't offer free shipping? I said, listen, man, Amazon and other companies might have you fucking spoiled, but understand that even Amazon now has started because they sent me a message because I'm an Amazon Prime member saying that they're no longer on all purchases. Now, some of them, they still will do free returns, but they're going to start charging. People don't like that on the people I work with. What do you mean I got to pay to return it? They don't do that at Amazon. I feel like saying, well, guess what? You better check their policies and procedures, pal, because now they're getting hit so bad with people buying stuff and going, sending it back, changing their mind, whatever they call it in this business. What do they call it? What's the term they call it?
Buyer's remorse.
Thank you. You know it right away. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Buyer's remorse.
Yep.
I get that too, but there's things. Well, I bought a shirt and I didn't fucking send it back. I meant to send it back, but I didn't send it back because I swear to God, dude, I got this cool Guardians of the Galaxy shirt because the movie was coming out. And I was like, I want to get a shirt. I think it'd be fun to get a shirt. And I lost some weight so I could fit into things, and it was not a bad price. And I liked the shirt until I realized that it was, and I know this is probably going to sound really fucking anal, but the image, the picture is just off. So much so now that it's all I see when I look at it. I can tell that it's not.
So the actual picture is like off.
It's not that extreme, dude.
But it's enough that you can notice it.
It's enough. It's enough for us. Somebody might go. I mean, I could pull it out and show it to you. I'm like, somebody probably still have to look at it close enough and go, because it took me a while. I was like, something's not right. You know, it took a while for me to finally go, it's not perfect. And that's, that's perfect. But I just felt like, but eventually I just sat on it and didn't fucking do it.
Is it like the red dot on the sweater from Seinfeld? You remember that episode?
No.
Oh,
that sounds familiar. I think I might have seen that, but I don't know. It's bothering me. Oh,
George buys her
be the pirate.
buys Elaine a cashmere sweater and it's white, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's so nice." Blah blah blah. And then Kramer comes in. He was like, "What's with the red dot?" And she's like, "What? I don't see it." And he was like, "Right there." And then after that,
that's all
that's all you can see. Yeah,
that's it. That's how I didn't realize I was like that. And I was like,
yeah.
Now I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I'm almost like tempted to go, here, Merry Christmas to somebody and get away. It's it's a brand new shirt, but I'm just like, what the fuck? I missed the deadline.
What'd you pay for it? What'd you pay for it?
$24.
I'll give you 19 for it.
Look at that.
Yeah. I'll hang it on the wall. So. But
and also I looked at it and I was like, I don't know if I really love this shirt. I don't know, but I let it sit. I let it go too far, and I can't return it. It's not because they were going to charge me. It was because I was just like, I just said I'll get around to it, and I get all fucking busy with bullshit and send it back.
It happens. So well, that's.
But go and tell me your story. Yeah, well, it is what it is.
I'm gonna be up all night thinking about that fucking shirt now. I'm like, why'd they do my boy dirty? Fuck that shirt up.
So go on and tell me your story.
You got monk beads? Is that around your neck?
Yeah.
Oh, those are cool. I got some of those.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways.
I'm trying. Lately, I've been like, I really need to grab these things. I need to clutch my pearls, as it were.
Yes.
And be like,
Did you get
God,
the shirt?
Please. Yeah, I did. I'm trying to figure out why I can't open it.
Okay. All right. While you open that, I'm going to tell you my story.
Yeah, turn the mic off.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, I work in customer service, and we work with rent to own, basically lease to own, rent to own, and appliances, what have you. So we had this customer that she got a dryer from us 51 days ago. 51 days ago. And she calls and she says, there's a problem with the dryer. It's not working. And I was like, well, sweetheart, first of all, you haven't made a payment on said dryer. You made your initial down payment. You're a first payment default. That looks cool. Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
I don't think you can really see, because I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. It's like,
no.
Maybe from the bottom. It's really hard to tell because it's all black.
It's a cool shirt, though.
I'll take a picture and post it.
Yeah, I'll wear that.
That'll help.
I'd rock that thing.
It's a good shirt.
But so we've been trying to connect with this customer. I've gotten on the phone. My assistant manager's gotten on the phone. Everything, and I'm trying to play nice with her so we can pick up this fucking dryer, right? And I was like, well, sweetheart, when did it stop working? And she's like, well, it hasn't worked since day one. And I said, why did you wait 51 days?
Is that like the deadline for returning something?
No. It's because you can return anything at any time. It's just the fact you haven't made a fucking payment
since you got it.
Since you got it.
Jesus.
And your payments, $16 a week. And now we're on 51 days going on,
give me the math.
2 months.
Not smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you owe?
And so I've been, I was like trying to play nice with her. I was like, sweetheart, I can't fix the dryer if you're not there to let me pick it up. Right.
No, you're just going to take it.
And she's like, well, it's always a problem. And we would run out there. We've wasted, I don't know how many trips, how much gas, how much manpower, man hours, everything to try to get this fucking dryer from her. So I told her, I said,
before it was broken, because she didn't pay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
so repo it.
Yeah.
That's what happens in that case?
What
happens when you can't get? Yeah. What do you do when you can't get people to get the product back and they haven't paid? Is there, you sue them? Is there something that
we take them to court.
Okay, fair enough.
We take them to court, and the next step is I put their ass in jail.
There we
So,
go. That sucks.
So, like I said, I'm trying to play nice with her and everything like that. The guys finally yesterday get out there. She's there. Finally, she's there. So they go in the house, they pick up the dryer, they get it on the truck, and she's like, okay, so where's my loaner? You're going to bring me a loaner, put a working dryer in my house now. And my assistant manager,
ballsy as fuck.
I know. My assistant manager goes, yeah, do you want to go ahead and catch the bill up right now? Which was like, now it was like running at like $170 is what she owed us. Not to mention all the because every time we go to your house, I have to charge you $10 for gas. So we haven't even, and we've been out to her house probably 12, 13 times. And so we've never charged her any of that. She skated on that. And she goes, I'll pay you later. And my assistant manager goes, well, you're 51 days late. And she's like, well, I'm not paying it, but you're going to put that other dryer in my house. And he goes, no, we're not. He gets in the truck and drives off. And I'm like, yes. So she calls corporate, tells corporate that my assistant manager cussed her up one side and down the other, which was totally a lie because my assistant manager is probably one of the nicest guys you'd ever fucking meet. I mean, he's just smile on his face, always got a cheery attitude, great with customers. I couldn't have picked a better assistant manager. And I was like, well, first of all, that's a lie, and then she was making up all kinds of stuff. They scratched up my door. They did this. And I was like, well, are you going to continue to do business with me? This is how much money I need before I put anything.
I wouldn't want to do business. Fuck that shit. Yeah. I'd be like, pay us and fuck off. Never again.
No, I put her in the computer. And if when I put you, when your account comes up and I put DNR, that means do not rent.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do not rent to them. And then and that's one of the things that, and don't get me wrong. I've got so many customers that are great customers. I love them. Love them to death.
We're not trying to paint his.
Yeah.
We're not trying to paint his business as hell. I mean, he doesn't have bad days like anyone, but
no, I got bad days just like everybody else. And I like what I do. And I'm, been doing it for years and I like what I do. But there are a few that have fucked us over so bad by stealing our shit, not paying, just all kinds of transactions just out the ass. And they will come back 6 months later, stole my shit, come back. Hey man, I need to get whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, we can get that done for you. And I'll look and they'll be like, they were like, 6 months late, stole my shit, $2,000 in back rent. I'm like, I'm going to need $2,000 plus another month before I rent to you. And they're like, well, why? Like the guy that was here before rented it and he had, and I said, really, can you describe him to me? He goes, yeah, he had long hair and he had tattoos and everything. And I'm like, me? Because it's been me. I've been here for 7 years. And they're like, oh shit, it is you. I'm like,
I thought you guys moved on after a few months and I could fuck over the next guy. Not like you're in a computer, dum-dum.
Well, that's what they do. They're so stupid. They come back thinking that we forgot. I didn't forget. I know everything about your fucking life because I've been to your house 30 times. So
yeah. So guess what? No soup for you.
Story. Yeah, forever. No soup for you. So that was a highlight of my day today, finding that out. But majority of the time, I like what I do, and I love dealing with my customers, and I love that look on their face when you bring something brand new into their house. You bring in a piece of furniture and you set it up for them, and they're just like, oh, and they've got that look, and I just like that right there is worth it, right there, and 90%, 80%, 85% of the time, it sticks. They pay it out. They come back. They get something else. I have repeat customers. But man, that 15% sometimes, jeez, it's a hard pill to swallow.
Breaking my balls.
Yeah.
Breaking my balls.
I love the ones that are like, why'd you fucking call my grandma? And I'm like, you put her on.
Put her name down. Yeah,
you put her down as a reference. You didn't answer the phone. You're 6 weeks late. I'm gonna call grandma. I'm sorry. Man, you got me in trouble. And this, pay your fucking bill. Jesus. Or give it back.
I want to sound like an asshole. Yeah. Right. I want to sound like an asshole. But I've had debt collectors do that shit years ago. They called my mom. I don't know how I didn't put her down though.
Yeah.
Didn't put her down. But somehow they fucking did some sort of fucking, FBI shit. Not really.
Yeah.
Something. Who the fuck knows? And I'm like, she called me, goes, why do you have this money? And I'm like, how do you know about that? They called me. Why did they call you? I never gave them your number. And I called them. I said, how dare you? How the fuck dare you call my mom and bring her into this fucking shit? You owe us money. Like, well, guess what? I owe you money. She ain't going to help. She's my mom. Well, she might help me, but she ain't helping you.
And then would you get into it with
it's always
with Big
bullshit.
Louie?
It's usually no, man. It's usually medical. The fucking medical industry rapes the fuck out of us. I've got a call today. It's $1,100. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, every time they've done it twice, they gouged my check, and I was like, well, also because I foolishly didn't remember to go to the court and everything, even though I should just tell them I'm fucking indigent, man. I can't afford to pay. I pay enough. They just every year keep increasing my health insurance at my job. They gouge me for that. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I really don't think I should have to pay anything outside of that. I take a bit of, I don't want to fucking rant.
I had a debt collector one time call me for a medical bill, and he was like, yeah, we're going to cut you a deal. We're only going to charge you 50% of what you, and I was like, okay, well,
how much is that?
I said, it was like $2,000 or something. And I was like, okay, let me pitch this at you. And he was like, okay. I said, well, I'm a vet. And he was like, okay. And I said, I'm also Native American. And the U.S. government made a treaty with my tribe to pay for all of our medical. And they have reneged on it. So you can send the bill to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm not paying you. I'm sorry. And he was like, what? And I was like, have a good day. Never heard back from him again.
I don't know if this floats, but lately
6 months later, medical bill was gone.
Yeah.
Don't know where it went. So
I got a dentist office here because I got fucked over by it when I was working at Target, because they cut my hours so down to nothing that they were taking away my insurance. This fucked me out of insurance. So we had 1 month left, and so I went. I had an appointment, and I took my youngest, and she had an appointment, and we went in there, and I paid the copay at the thing.
Yeah.
And the insurance was still good for 30 days, and they refused to pay. And so these motherfuckers at this dental office here in town, 7-8 years later, are still sending me medical bills. Like, you owe us. I'm like, I'm not paying you. I had health insurance. They should have paid. It's not my responsibility. And I shouldn't have to go out of my way to do with it just because they didn't do it. And you guys should write it off. It's like less than $200.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Write it off. You can write that shit off. They can. Some of these places are ridiculous. I got a bill a month after being in
I'm not laughing at you. You said that it reminded me of another Seinfeld episode.
Jesus,
write it off.
Write it off. Write it off. I got a bill. I think it was a little over 30 days after being in the hospital for COVID.
Yeah.
Which I thought was shocking. I was like, what? This is a pandemic.
Yeah.
Can't you guys, can't you fuck?
They're like, no.
They're like,
no.
They're like, yeah, you. And then this thing they did, which was, I think this is, for me, it was new. Or maybe because I don't really read them. I look at it and I go, throw it in a pile.
Yeah.
Not really. But I looked at the bill, and then it said, if you can pay within the next 30 days, we'll cut me a deal. You'll cut me a deal. So why do I owe you this much if you can cut it down to here?
Yeah.
That we'll cut it in half. Instead of paying $2,000, you'll pay $1,100. I said, I'm not paying either because I don't have it.
Yeah.
You can't bleed a stone.
I said, well, if you cut it to $1,100, how about
we cut it to zero?
$150. Yeah. So.
And then recently, I don't know. I threw this. I think 2 people who've called me. One of which was fucked up. I was with AAA. Believe it or not, AAA. Not with the regular AAA that everybody knows. They literally have gotten into the car insurance business.
Yeah.
And the place I was going to here is one of those places where they kind of figure out, supposedly they work with multiple companies and they would find you the best deal.
Yeah.
And that was the last deal that they found me. And I was there for about 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I was with AAA and it kept going up. And I was like, this car's not getting newer. And then I'm like, now I'm staying at home and I'm not even driving it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going, because these, and I called one day and I was like, yeah, you checking out? Yeah, well, this is the best deal we could find. And I said, okay. I go out and start looking for myself because I think even investors or people, somebody does finances always says you should check all the time. You should check at least every year to make sure you're getting the best deal, because they are not going to go, oh, we're not giving you the best deal. You should go to the, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to take their money and keep jacking it up.
They want to make money.
That's right. It is what it is. So you got to protect yourself. So I went looking, and sure as shit enough, I mean, they were like, yeah, your bill's going up to 100. And this may not sound like a lot to some people, but when I tell you like the difference, you're going to be like, oh, well, shit. Yeah. So they were going up to like, I don't know, 110, 120.
Yeah.
And I was like, this car is like practically 10 years old. I don't even drive it. Like I told them that I changed my thing. I said, look, I work at home now. So I drive the car 2 or 3 times a week to go to the store and back. I'm not even going to, I don't dare take it out of town, because I know I don't know when it's going to crap out. And if I'm in town, at least I can maybe call somebody to get me. And then I call a bunch of places, and I finally, Progressive was like, yeah, we'll do it for 78. And I'm like, and my son, they got the same company I was dealing with here. And I'm not going to say their name to be dicks, even though I'm throwing out the insurance companies, but fuck them. But the company here, my son, I brought him there because I was there, and my dad does Allstate, and they're like, but he's been with them for years. And so, but even he's paying like what I think is, well, he's got anyway. And I like Allstate. No, them and they're like the worst. They're the most expensive. People who can afford it, more power to you. They got the forgiveness and all that shit, but a lot of companies are doing that now. Anyway, the place over here, took my son to it. They got him on Progressive. I'm like, well, if you work for Progressive, you're telling me AAA is the best for me. Why is that? Because I just called Progressive and they want to do it for 78. They just recently dropped it to 58.
Wow.
Probably because I signed up for that thing, and I have the app on my phone that shows how I'm driving.
Yeah.
So they're monitoring that shit, and I barely drive the car. So they're probably like, this guy's not doing shit. So fuck him. We'll give him a better rate. And that's what thing.
Happened. That's what happened to me. We're with the same company, and we have 2 cars, cool. And we.
I thought about getting that plug-in thing, but I didn't know if my car had the ability to do that.
That's what happened. They sent us the thing that said, hey, we can drop your shit like $15-20. We'll send you the little thing and we'll walk you right through it, plug it in. And what it does is it checks to see if you're
speeding,
stopping, if you're stopping hard, if you're hitting the brakes too hard. And I drive like an old fucking woman, man. I do. And I'm always slow braking, and I don't drive crazy. Soon as I put that fucking thing in the car, man.
Oh, what?
I was like, shit. And it goes beep, and it tells you. And you only get like 15 of them in 30 days. If you go over 15 beeps, then they're like, you know what, just send it back. And I was like, fuck. And I'd be the next day I'd be driving, and I know it's there. I can see the little red light.
But still
beep. I'm like, God damn it. I did it again.
It's like a game. You're playing Operation.
Like, I know. My wife's like, what are you doing? You don't drive like this. I don't know. Just because I know it's there, it's messing me up. And I swear to God,
you out. It's like, I'm watching. I swear, motherfucker.
I think that's what it was. I think they do that.
It's a psych game. Anyways, that's why I went through they said you could do it on your phone, and that's why I do it, because I don't even know what's going on.
Oh shit, man! I went through my 15 in like 4 days. I was like, box it up, send it back. And I can't say nothing bad about our insurance, because I mean we have 2 cars, and I think we pay like $89 a month.
That's fucking great.
Yeah. But again,
Progressive, everybody we're not sponsored, but hey, shit. Hey. Progressive. My son's got it. I got it.
Tonight's episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
We love Flo. I love Flo.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah, I know.
Sexy.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh, I was gonna say that. Do you remember back back in the day. No, well, definitely back in the early 2000s when there was, you could get it, and maybe you still can. I don't know. I don't bother with it, but I remember when Sprint was the cell phone company, they had
yeah, Sprint.
Yeah, Sprint.
Hear the pin drop.
Ding.
We
Can you
both
hear me
worked
now?
for Sprint, remember?
Yeah. That's right. We did. Well, through Radio Shack selling for Sprint, but yes. But they used to have, I think it was through Sprint or somebody, I can't remember. I had a roadside assistance on my phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's cool. I'll probably never use it unless I get a flat tire or something like that. But they literally had like where you could, like if you got locked out of your car, they'd come and they'd send somebody out and, they'd open up the car.
Bust the window out for you.
Yeah. Joey Macaroni over here. Bang! Yeah. Problem solved.
Got a problem.
I could have done that. But seriously, no. So they had I don't remember what it was. I feel like it was a 6 per year, 6 times they'll come out and do the thing where they open up the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 months and I ran that shit up and I never got locked out of my car until I was like, oh, I got this insurance and I got fucking locked out.
I'm telling you, man, it's subliminal.
Yeah, it was like it's psyching you out. Like, oh, we're gonna have to charge you. I'm like, you know what? Let me drop this shit. It's fucking with my mind. My mind's making me do this because I never locked my keys in the car before or after.
Yeah.
The last time the guy's like, hey man, like he was only helping himself. He's like, listen, man, if this happens again, don't call them here. Just call me direct. And I was like, look, man, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I didn't say this to him in my mind. I was like, oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm like, fuck you. They're paying for it for free. I know you're going to charge me. I'm not dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, don't call them, call me. I'm not calling you. So why? So you can bill me?
He's like the cable guy. Don't ever call the office. They'll just put you on hold. Here's my personal pager number.
Cable guy. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's what's funny about that, because you were talking about like hitting the brakes, and I was like, oh man, it's like when I had locked out of my car thing, and I fucking ran it up.
I think I've locked myself out of my car probably 3 times in my life, I think. And watch, because we're talking about it.
Oh no,
I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Watch. So I'm gonna call you and be like, I did it. I locked my fucking keys in my car.
I'll be working. Just send me a message. Just text me
on the side of the road. I hit the brakes too hard.
You know what? You wouldn't lock yourself in the car if you lived in a van down by the river.
That was the other one I was going to say. That was the other one I was going to say. I've been writing them down. I've been like, my Chris Farley to my David Spade.
Jesus.
Yeah, I wrote I got a whole list, man.
I got the list. You're on the list.
You're on the list. You made the list. That's what this episode is going to be called. The progressive episode. No, the progressive episode.
I like it. How do you come up? So you come up with the names? You said the images are like given to you, like a bunch of them, I guess, by YouTube.
Yeah, it throws them out, and I get to pick them, and then I have to put the title myself.
I was like, wait a minute, we didn't even the Jennifer Grey episode, like the fucking whole episode wasn't Jennifer Grey. What the fuck is with Barry on this shit? He's like, that's funny. That's a highlight.
I thought it was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah, right.
It was funny because it was like, it's funny.
Show. It was funny. Oh, do you want to? While I'm thinking about,
tell everybody about what the weekend episode is going to be.
Yeah.
That's so. I was just thinking about that. Oh shit. So we thought that because we're trying to hit, we want to hit as many topics as we can and keep it fresh. This fucking Fanuc over here wants us to do another damn movie thing, Roadhouse 2. It is what it is, but I'm like, are we going to be the movie review guys, or are we going to be the retro guys? Because there's more than life in movies. Not really, but fucking movies. No, so guess what? There he is. He's fucking addicted. Why don't you watch that and then come to me and go, you know what, Jake? You really got to check this out because this is actually a better movie than you would think.
I'm going to watch it and I'm going to get with you and be like, that was the best fucking movie I've ever
I could
seen
just
in
see
my
him doing
life.
that shit. I could see you pulling that shit just so you could maybe watch it. And afterwards, I go, that fucking was a piece of shit. He's like, I knew it, but I fucking said it so you'd watch it, you fucking prick. I knew if I told you it sucked, you'd be like, I ain't fucking watching that. I barely watch the
Yeah.
shit I got right now. I'm buying movies and being like, yeah, I'll get to that. What a waste. No, but yeah,
So
so this weekend we've decided we're going to touch on a new topic we haven't talked about, which I'm sure will entertain a lot of folks, at least the people that are into video games. We're going to be talking about video games. We were part of the age of the dawn of video games, so why not? Why haven't we talked about video games?
Yes.
Well, we will this Saturday, or well, it'll be on Sundays. It will be a Sunday's episode. But when we do our, yeah, it's about fucking video games. Hey, vey.
So yeah, we're gonna watch or we're gonna watch. I'm sitting there. Sorry, lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm excited about doing the thing. About talking about video games from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, stuff that we were there at the dawn of the video games.
It 8-bit to 16-bit to 24-bit to 64-bit to holy shit bit.
Yeah, I know. So I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
But I've got a few stories.
I'm gonna actually start.
I'm
probably gonna try to sit down and do something.
But I got to do some homework on this one. Yeah, I got to do some homework on this one.
Sure, because I don't even know what we're doing. I don't know if we're doing I don't know that we need to do always do like the our top 5. We could just mention what we liked.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're stealing too much of other people's shit.
Well,
I mean, I'm not saying I'm against doing that every now and then, but I think maybe doing it every episode just seems like we're trying to completely be like other people. And I just want us to be, I mean, it's hard to be original. Even though they're like, podcasting is still one of the untapped venues, although they're like, there's 400 people, 400,000 people doing it. I'm like, that seems like a lot, or I might be less than that, but it's still like a lot. To me, it was a lot. It might have been 40,000, but still. And they're like, I was like, so what? And then they go, well, you know how many people are doing YouTube videos? And it's like 10 times million. More. Yeah, it's so many more. And I'm like, got it. Okay, well, that makes sense when you do the apples and oranges.
Yeah.
By the way, Barry, we're about to run into that. We're about to die. What do we do now? We die.
We die.
I catch you back there.
You see it?
I saw it.
I did that for you.
I love it. It's a great movie, man.
It is, man.
I haven't watched it in fucking years. That's why I was like, that's what I'm saying. I hate when I go like, I'm buying.
Was that one of the 3 that you got the other day?
Ordered. I didn't get all of them. This is so funny. It's not like a great story, but the one that said it was going to come on like June 30th was the one I got, the Crow.
Okay.
So that's why I could have got the other 2 already, but I was like, well, if the other one's going to come later, I'll just let them come on. They like to instigate. You can get it this Friday, or we can set it the next Friday or something. Yeah. Or you can get it by Sunday, or you can get it by Friday. Friday's Prime Day. I don't know why that's the thing. And I was like, well, I'm off. I like to I prefer to be off. Then I know I'm out looking for the packages. Like, it's not like, even though I work at home, I'm still like, I don't know if I can hear them. But anyway, and that last one, they delivered to the wrong fucking house. But luckily the person was honest and brought it. They could have just kept it, and I just would have had to I've never so far claimed anything to Amazon, because where anything's been lost. Nothing's been lost. But I'm just like, I want to know what kind of a shit process that is.
That happened to us one time. We ordered some memory cards for our phones.
Okay.
And it was, like back then it was like, they never came. It was like 4 weeks, a month that my fucking things never came. My wife contacted them and said, hey, we never got our stuff. What do we do? And they said, we're gonna send you out another one. Ship you out another one. 2-day, blah, blah, blah. 2 days, it showed up. There it was. Good. The next fucking day, the other one show up. So we called Amazon. We said, hey, the other memory cards showed up today. Tell us how to do a label and we'll send them back to you. And they were like, nah, keep them. I was like,
fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them in the ass.
I was like, okay,
all right, we'll have spares. Hey, I'm not going to argue with them, because it's like, it would be probably more costs them more to have it take
Yeah.
it back than to take the
Process it.
loss.
Yeah. So
But so no, I got Krull. Last Starfighter and Legend will be here Friday. Oh well, actually now,
that
Last
would have
Starfighter
Legend,
which has the original and the director's cut. So I'm excited about seeing that one. Since you told me it is a completely different experience, so I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take a chance and check that out, and then I might break that disc and then watch the one that's the theatrical one.
Yeah.
But now it's become
3.
It went from that to 3 because
Yeah.
I got the Krull and I got those 2, and then today the other day I was reading this post this guy made about this, and I was like, I do actually think I like that play, since I only saw the movie, I was like, and then I went looking, and of course, I pay for fucking, I get Hulu because it's with my surprisingly enough, even though T-Mobile took over Sprint, they still have the deal with Sprint customers to get the Hulu, even though T-Mobile doesn't do that. They give you Netflix, but if you have a like I do, just a one phone, you get the basic, dirt basic, which I was doing not the highest one. They have like a top tier, then they have a mid tier, and then they have the bottom. I was doing the top tier until now it's gotten to where I'm like, that's just fucking too much. I mean, it's just too much. So I do the bottom tier now, but when I was looking at doing it, thinking that I was going to get it, I was like, they're like, oh, well, if you get two lines, we bump you up. I'm like, why? Like, if you could do it for 2 lines, why the fuck can't you do it for 1? It's so fucking petty. So anyway, I don't even though I changed my plan too. Yeah. Well, even though I changed my plan, they still said you get Hulu. I'm like, well, I thought you guys did, well, you're a Sprint customer. I was like, yeah, but you guys merged or whatever. They're like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay. Because Hulu doesn't really have that. They have the regular Hulu, and then they got Hulu with, I guess, that has TV and some, which obviously that you'd have to pay for. I'd have to pay for. Yeah, some shit like that. And I don't give a fuck about live television. I can't stand commercials. I've been spoiled because I do have. I pay for YouTube Premium. I feel like that's been worth it because not only do you get that, and you get other than in like we do our. Well, we don't do it on this, but we do it on our podcast where we tell our sponsors. Those I can just, whatever. I could skip those, but when you have the regular YouTube, they have those fucking commercials that come on. You can't skip them.
I know. Yeah.
I was like, I tried it out. It was for free. It was for free for, I think, 30 days or
30
3
days,
months.
Yeah.
I can't remember. 30 days or 3 months. I said, all right, let me give it a shot. And man, I said, man, I can't go back. I said, this is worth it. And then you get, not only that, but they actually have like if you download on you can get.
What do you pay for the YouTube? Yeah,
it's $11.99
a month.
A month.
Really?
Yeah, for YouTube Premium.
That's for like you can watch TV.
No.
Or is that?
Okay, let me get that clear. It's not the TV YouTube.
Okay.
I know YouTube does have a TV. No, that's like $70.
So that just cuts the ads out.
This cuts the ads out.
Oh.
They also have. I don't know if they offer this because I don't no longer have the basic one. I'd have to get somebody's basic one and see. But they offer movies on there. Now some of them you actually can rent.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of free shit on there. Guess what I found?
Yeah, I've seen that. What?
My Science Project.
Oh, really?
For free. You can watch it for free on YouTube. And I don't know.
I'm looking it up.
If you have YouTube, check it out. Because if you don't have premium, then I'll know for sure that I get that because I pay. I may not, and there may be other movies, but the other thing is that not only do you get YouTube, but YouTube Music, there's a separate thing. In fact, I got it on my phone, YouTube Music, where you don't have the videos. Well, you can switch, you can have videos or not videos, but it's strictly music. So it's like 2 services.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That.
But I have
Holy shit, it is on there.
Yeah, baby. I told you.
Dude. Oh, I'm watching that tonight. I'm watching that tonight.
The sun shines on 24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. Yeah.
I haven't seen that in so long, man. I didn't remember that the nerdy kid. I can't remember who the kid is, but he's been in a bunch of shit. He was one of the bullies in something. Oh no, he wasn't a bully, but he was in one of my favorite movies, which is yeah, so good, so favorite. I forgot the name. Vision Quest. That should be easy. But he
With
was one of
Dennis
the guys. Like,
Quaid.
no, Vision Quest about the wrestler
Oh, with
Matthew
Matthew
Modine.
Modine.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
the one
yes.
dude who's like, I'm an Indian, and then by the end he's like, I ain't a fucking Indian, man. There's some shit I made
Yeah,
up in my head. And I was like, dude, I thought he was Indian. The whole movie.
yeah.
It's still cool though. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. I bought it. I know I have it on DVD or Blu-ray. I don't know. I might have upped it to Blu-ray, but I love that movie because well, that was another one too. Because it's always like the whole thing with it's listening. They're listening. It's like, oh, I want to watch this. So I was telling you, yeah. So I got Last Starfighter coming, and I got the Legend double thing with both movies, the Ultimate whatever. It's got both movies. So if I don't like the director's cut, I can watch the original with the Tangerine Dream soundtrack.
Well, when you go to watch that, watch the director's cut first and see if you. I couldn't sit through the whole thing, man. I couldn't.
I'll be able to
See how far. Tell me how far you got into it. See if you can finish the whole thing
okay.
because it's weird, man.
I'll look. So I told you, man. It sticks with me. If something's there, if something's like that way, I'm not much for. I mean, like I know it's hard headed to be like, you know, not adapting to change. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I was okay when with a lot of the stuff Lucas did to improve the movie, but then he just kept going, and it's like, calm the fuck down. Somebody pull the reins. He
yeah.
changed the Obi-Wan coming out and scaring the
Pump the
Tusken
brakes.
Raiders three times. Three
Yeah,
times.
yeah,
Well, not three times, but twice. The first time it was I thought the first thing was perfectly fine. Then when he changed it to sound like that creature that Obi-Wan was riding in episode 3, the Revenge of the Sith. Remember that thing he was riding? And Obi-Wan was riding that.
that was
They
Attack of
dubbed
the
that.
Clones.
No, not Attack of the Clones. He was riding that creature, and then that's when the clones turned on him and shot him, and him and the creature fell
Oh,
into
you're
the
talking about
water.
the big lizard thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
lizard thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought you
That
were
thing
talking
had a
about in the
specific
arena
sound.
when they were
Oh
fighting
no,
and he
not that
jumped
thing. I
on
know
him.
that
And
was a
but that
lizard
was
kind of thing too.
yeah.
No,
Well,
no, the
he
sound of the
didn't
thing
do
was
it.
huge.
It was Padme that did it. So
Yeah. But
okay.
the sound of that creature, they dubbed in, and I was like, all right, well, it's weird because I'm used to the other sound,
Yeah.
but okay, I get it. It kind of brings the movies together. Then they changed it to something else again. I don't
Yeah.
know if Disney did it. It was the last time. I think it's in the box set that both you and me have.
Yeah.
Then it's just like it's just this weird ass shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, and also remember, do you remember that he did a sound change to the stormtroopers guns for a little while there on some of the
Yeah.
copies that had a magnum gunshot going,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like, what is going on? It's like, stop fucking like, if I was so hardcore into Blade Runner, I probably wouldn't have been. I would have been like pissed that they made like how many fucking times did they've done like what 3 or 4 different versions of that. Like there's
Yeah.
now the final cut. I don't know. I've watched it. I because I guess I'm not a hardcore person. I've learned to like it as an adult. I wasn't keen on it when I was a kid because I thought it was going to be more like Star Wars, but obviously it's
I
not, and
forgot
I just was
why
not
you're
into
talking
it
about
because
that.
it's kind of true. But you
Guess what
know
I
that
could
what
guess what I got you while I'm thinking about it. See
something I'll
that?
never see.
Eh?
Ah,
Aha.
all right, action.
And that that's
To
got to
hold the
get it
mic.
to you.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that boom. I got you a boom.
Yeah. Well, that thing that you're holding, the ring thing, that did that come
Yeah.
with it? That was separate, right?
Yeah.
No.
It's just like this right
Yeah,
here.
you put your mic in it, and it kind of
Yeah.
helps with
Yeah.
shaking and shit.
Holds
Yeah,
it in
that's
there.
cool.
So yeah.
I
I'm
don't
not trying to
think
get off
I
point. I
got
was
that
just
original.
thinking about it.
No,
And
no,
I was
no.
like, I'm gonna show you
I thought you
something.
were gonna whip out like 4 copies of Blade Runner. Like, yeah, there's this one, and there's the special edition, and then there's the final cut, then there's the director's cut. And I'm like, God
Yeah.
damn it! How many times did
Well,
Ridley Scott go back and cut?
Ridley Scott. Yeah. He
Fucking that
did it
guy
quite.
is.
There's like 4
Apparently, he does it
versions
with
out
a
there.
lot of his. Yeah. Well, apparently he does that with a lot of his films. I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
know that about it.
So, well.
Like I'm not yeah, sacrilege if it may be. I'm not saying it wasn't a beautifully filmed movie, and I was
Yeah.
excited, but I don't really care about Gladiator. I just don't. I never. It wasn't my thing. I don't know why. I
It's
just
all
never
right.
connected to that movie. I don't
It
like
was an
it.
all right movie. It was an all
I
right
don't
movie.
think it's a bad movie. It just, I don't know what. It just, I think I had this expectation. I thought he was doing Spartacus. Even though I've never seen the full Spartacus movie, I just know Spartacus is, well, I did watch that TV series that they made on, they had a lot of fucking in it, of course.
Yeah. He dies at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't get to that.
Hey, I'm
the
not
first season, they didn't kill him, but
I'm not trying to be
I know
that
you.
guy, but we need to probably wrap it up.
What time is it? How long have we been on?
It's been an hour.
Damn it!
Oh yeah, and I got
I didn't get to tell you so really quick.
Yeah.
So
Lay it on
yeah,
me.
I got the 2 movies coming, and then I
Yeah.
realized I was running out of this hydration powder. So I was like, oh, I better order that. And they're like, yeah, well, we'll get that. We'll throw that in the box and everything. I was like, all right, well, that's convenient. I would have, I
Yeah.
guess if you can't get any sooner than Friday. So then today I was like, where yesterday I was trying to look for this movie. And of course, rental only. I was like,
Of
that's why I was
course.
talking about all these things. Like I pay for Prime, I pay for this, I pay for YouTube, I pay for all this shit. And every time I go looking for something, it's always either nowhere to be found or it's on a premium thing that I don't pay for currently.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get another thing. In fact, I'm recently thinking about cutting off, even though they're not that expensive. I'm still like, I'm just not watching them. Why am I paying for this if I don't watch it?
Yeah.
Dana has the best plan. And I've heard other people do this too. He finds out if there's something on something he likes. Like let's say, Netflix.
Yeah.
He'll get Netflix for 1 month and run through and look for everything and watch as much as he can. And then at the end of the month, he cancels it. And the next month he gets another service and watches whatever's on that, cancels, and then gets the next service. I'm like, well, that's smart. Not instead of me who has like seven, 8 different services. And I'm like, I'm not watching. Sadly, like I said, ever since the pandemic, I was like, oh, I need bite-sized shit half the time. So I'm on YouTube most of the time, and occasionally on some other things. But real quick, so Friday,
we chopped it all down
no,
for us too.
good. Chopped it all down. Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
So then I went looking for this thing because it's like, I need to watch that again, man. I need to see if I really want to watch that. I think I do like the story of that and everything like that. And it was, in the one movie. And then anyway, long story short, couldn't find it again. It's only available for rental. I'm like, all these fucking streaming services, but fuck if I can. So I'm like, so I go on to Amazon, and of course Amazon's like, we got you, bro. Yeah, you could rent it for $4.99. You could buy it for $7. I'm like, okay. So I bought it. So it's coming Friday. Sweeney Todd.
Cool. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
with Johnny Depp
Cool.
and Helena Bonham Carter.
That's a good movie.
Blu-ray,
like
$7.99. I went somewhere else. The digital download, Prime and Vudu, like $14.99. I'm like, it's half the price, and it's physical media.
Yeah.
Done deal.
That's a no-brainer.
Like, we'll get that in a box for you too. I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna pay to rent it, why not just buy it? I'm pretty sure I like the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I like the
concept. I did the same thing. So,
yeah.
I always liked it. But well, tell the kids where they can find us, man, and we'll wrap this up and get out of here.
Well, you can find us here on YouTube because this is what we're doing here. BJ's Retro Rewind. If you stumble across this, if you like audio only, then we also have our show on most major podcasts like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Amazon Music. All have the same. It's everything across the board is BJ's Retro Rewind. The YouTube, the podcast. Please check out our podcast, and if you can, check it out on Spotify because that's where all the episodes. We did use some copyrighted music because Spotify allows it, but the other ones don't. So you might go to one and find out there's only 13, 14 episodes. You go to Spotify, there's 22. So, if you like us, then go check it out at Spotify, even if you don't stay on Spotify. We also have a Facebook, again, BJ's Retro Rewind on Facebook. Yeah. Follow us, like us, share us. I have my own personal fan page for anyone who wants to follow me. It's the underscore Jersey Devil at Instagram. And Barry, tell them about your Instagram and the email.
It's the underscore Jersey Devil 72.
Sorry,
you left that out.
Well,
and mine's under Baruch Assault, BARUCH Assault. You can follow me on Instagram there. And you can also send us an email to bjsretrorewind@gmail if you have a question, comment, or suggestion. So, but
And
anyways,
also
it's,
at
yeah,
www.bj's Retro Rewind Vintage Clothing. You can, no, I'm just kidding. Not yet.
yeah,
We got merch.
yeah,
We
we're
got
coming out. I'm
BJ's
working.
Retro Rewind the lunchbox. We got BJ Retro Rewind the t-shirts. We got the flamethrower. The kids love
The
that
kids
one.
love this one.
I love this one.
So, all right. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning into our Wednesday bitch fest, yak fest, whatever you want to call it. And we appreciate it. Tune in this Sunday for our new episode on all the other platforms, and listen to me and Jake talk about vintage video games, some of our favorites. I don't think we're going to do the top 5 thing. I think we'll just talk about what our favorites were.
Sorry, doing a Batman.
Yeah. So if there's anything else you want to kick to anybody before we leave?
That's all. It's hard for me to say because I'm always angry. Let's all just try to find peace in our lives, and hug your loved ones, because you never know how long you have. Bury your grudges, and just I don't know, just try to find peace. It's not hard. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It's not easy to find peace. I try to find it every day, but take a walk, get some fresh air, and just love who you can love. I get a quote. I'll quote Kurt Cobain. It's from a song. Hate your enemies, save your friends, find your place, speak the truth. It always stuck with me.
Works for me.
Hey, man.
Good quote.
That's it.
So we miss you, Kurt.
We do.
We miss you, buddy.
I was watching videos the other day, real quick, watching music videos on YouTube, and it was actually the first one it popped up is just Smashing Pumpkins, and most of them were Smashing Pumpkins, but they cut through a couple in there. They were just but it kept going. Smashing Pumpkins, I thought it was just going to be a collage, and then In Bloom came on. Yeah, I was watching that and looking at how young all of them were, and I'm thinking,
oh yeah,
Dave and Chris, and now knowing how Chris looks with his baldish, and Dave and everything, and I'm just like, but Kurt, man, I'm like, he'll always be young.
Yep.
He'll never
get
old.
Always be young. Yep. He never grows old. So
I don't know if that's morbid or what but that just hit me like, wow.
Yeah. That's
Anyway, Mitch, love you, buddy. I know you're up there. I'm doing fun. All right. Peace, everybody. Have a good week, and we'll see you on the week.
We'll catch you on Sunday.
Yep.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Later.